What happened? So we are not allowing you to sleep after your lunch. So definitely not when you're going to listen to Nagaraja Prakasam sir. So definitely you cannot sleep. Okay, so that guarantee I'm giving you. So I'm really privileged and honored to welcome Mr. Nagaraja Prakasam for this event, Focus 2022. And I would say, maybe, I don't know, maybe you have to feel like if you walk with him or if you just sit and talk with him, you could feel the energy being sent to you on entrepreneurship and so on. So even the one word or whatever he talks, it will bring you energy. I think you will tell the same thing like when you finish listening to him. Okay, so anyway, like I just introduce sir to you, and we fondly call him Naga sir. And he's not at all new to the campus. Okay, so we keep inviting him, even like he was here, like, I mean, I know him at least 15 years back. That's how I know him. The energy, as I said, like the energy he passing on, it's still the same. Okay, I'm just meeting him after a very long time, but still he is the same. The energy of his talking and then exploring things and then like finding out what's happening around, and especially like about Lady Doak, and then he has shared a lot of his dreams about Lady Doak and then guided our college in different corners, maybe how to go about it. Because, and we know, I think Srilata and my colleagues agree that he was part of our IQAC team, giving a lot of meaningful contributions, suggestions, and that has helped the college to grow. So definitely for you, he may be newing, but maybe he is new, but not for the college as a whole. When I received the email from sir, like when I wrote to him, we wanted to invite him, and then when we wrote, actually I got the email ID as farmer@. Okay, and then immediately I went to the website to see what is this website is on and what he is working on. Okay. So you could see his animated figure shows with the axe, I mean not axe, yes. So with that, maybe you have to see. So go today, Google Naga Farm. Okay, you will find out like what he is and then what he does, why he calls himself as a farmer, and then in what way this farm is for what. Okay, maybe when you listen to him, you will know more about it. Basically, he's an angel investor and he's a mentor. As I said, like even if you speak to him for 1 minute, you will know that what kind of things comes to you. Okay, so mentor and fund advisor. I think as commerce students, we talk more and you learn on fun and why it is important and why we need it, and you know the difficulty of raising funds. Okay, so he's one who could tell you. That's why the first I said angel investor. You will hear more about like who is called as angel investor. Okay, so he's a versatile and passionate leader with around 3 decades of global experience. Okay, and then he retired at 41 from his full-time work, enjoys growing startup. That's another key word. Otherwise, like you can feel that his blood should be flowing only with this word startup. And I mean over the country, across the country. And then maybe like he has started investing on startup, and the number runs to 27. And he has been serving different boards, and after that, like he's also now author of many books. Okay, back to Bharat, and then he spearheaded the impact thinking in Indian Angel Network and co-founded the Jan Impact. So I'll say what is his personal mantra. Okay, so that is startups should focus on India's strength people, problems, technology. Technology in the sense now all of you will technology. Now you say no anytime, ma'am, can we do a presentation? Isn't it? Can we do a PPT? Okay, that's part of your learning, right? Okay, so that's what he means. And then he believes in hands-on approach. So that's why like always he's talking education should be relating to industry. Okay, and while talking with him I was saying like even we in the department believe that we want the students to be connected in the field rather than sitting in the classroom. So we want them to be connected in the industry. So that's why we allow internships and then industry visits and then listening to investors, listening to industrialists, listening to entrepreneurs. All that is part of your study. So that way like hands-on, so sir believes in hands-on approach and then rather than a theoretical approach. Okay, then he's much sought after as a thought leader in impact space and inspired many students with his motivational speech, and he has been a motivational speaker on more than 100 plus programs in college, and also he featured in Forbes magazine as social investor engineering social change, and he delivered lot of lectures over the period. He also chaired a session Green Revolution 2.0, food security and the role of innovation, and many more. It goes on and on. And he's been a partner and advisor for many organizations, not only within India, even outside India, which has a lot of impact and on the venture funding. And he's the co-founder, chairman right now, the Native Leaf Foundation, which enables entrepreneurship in non-metros of Tamil Nadu. And we do have a Native Lead organization in Madurai, and we as a department connected to Native Lead in providing entrepreneurial skills for, I think, honors students you would have undergone or you might be undergoing, I think so. Okay, and there are many such, Native Lead presences all over, even in the southern districts of Tamil Nadu. And he's an advisor, first resident mentor, serving over a decade at NSRCL. This is in IIMB. I can tell something about this NSRCL. It is actually part of IIMB, and after MBA, they don't call that as MBA because it's a fellowship program, PG diploma in fellowship program, and when the recruitment or selection takes place, the placement takes place, some of the students get absorbed into this cell. This cell is called Center for Entrepreneurship Learning, and you won't believe that has grown now even to fund organization. So I think that is what Sir wants Lady Doak Center for Entrepreneurship to become. So we should grow, and then like we should be in a position to fund projects in Madurai and outside Madurai. And also he's a principal scientific advisor office to the Government of India, and he also an expert jury panel, Government of India National Entrepreneurship Award, and in Government of Karnataka. And then he's an advisor of Startup Oasis, VAT, Vellore Institute of Technology, and 27 investments has been in his package so far. And then he has served different kinds of board, almost more than 10 plus boards, where he's served, his expertise was used. And IIMB is very fortunate to have him as advisor with the different startup program, and he also he published in Harvard Business Publishing as well. He served as a president of Atlanta and San Diego chapters for the Association for India Development, and then maybe earlier, like he was the president in CDC Software, that is the world's 12th largest enterprise, and as a global trotter, he traveled around 26 countries. Okay, now at present he resides in Bangalore,
basically he holds a BE degree. Do you believe that he belongs to Madurai? Okay, so he did his BE degree at Theoraja College of Engineering and went on to take his MBA degree from San Diego State University, US. Okay, so I can add on, apart from his profile, with the experience we have, I can add on many more. I don't want to take his time. That's a precious time. So it's time for you, sir.
Very good. Good lunch? Yeah? You want to sleep? Take a dose? No? I saw there are some monitors, yeah? Other people are standing there, whoever is going to go like this, you'll have something, huh? So we'll try, right? Not to get you sleep. So I saw the heading, right? It is about SDG. So you know what is SDG? I think the title had a word SDG. Sustainable development. Awesome. Very nice. All passed. Yeah. So we can finish the session. So I'm going to talk about this session is about industry and academia connect, right? So இதில் எவ்வளோ பேர் வேலைக்கு போகலாம், வேலைக்கு போகிறீங்க, முடிச்சுட்டு வேலைக்கு போகலாம், எவ்வளோ பேர்? வா, awesome. ஓகே. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் வேலையெல்லாம் ஒத்து வராதியா, கல்யாணம் ஆகி செட்டில் ஆகிடலான்னு எவ்வளோ பேர்? உங்கள் அப்பா ஆல்ரெடி மாப்பிள்ளை பார்க்க ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டார்ல, இல்லையா? இல்லையா, இன்னும் ஆரம்பிக்கலையா? அது எவ்வளோ பேர் வருங்க? எவ்வளோ பேர்? நோ, அப்பா அண்ணன்லாம் கேட்டு தான் சொல்லணும் அதெல்லாம், இல்லையா? அவங்க என்ன நினைக்கிறான்னு யாருக்கு தெரியாது. ரைட். ஓகே. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் பிகாஸ் மை அசோசியேஷன் வித் Lady College goes many years, right? I have a lot of fond memories here because I grew up with 5 sisters, yeah, and she studied here as well, and she was teaching also, one of my sister as well. So many of them between Fatima and LDC, they have done it. But what is important is about back then, my father ensured that all of them got education, right? But the education just not stopping at getting a degree, right? Today, if you look at India's GDP, you know what is GDP? You're all commerce people. Awesome, yeah, very good. What is India's GDP is? Any number? What is the number? What is India's GDP is? Any idea what is the number? Just guess what will be our GDP. 2 point, somebody. 2.5 trillion dollars. Okay, I finished the rest of it. Okay. So around 3 trillion we may get if you do very well now, right? So the estimation is that Indian women workforce, right? If more women come into workforce in India, the GDP will go up by another 2%. So that is the potential that we have, which we have not unlocked, right? Because what is happening, I remember coming to one of the ceremony back then, few years back, I was giving out diplomas, right? In your, now 900 students I gave the diploma, right? Many of them came with a child to the, podium. So there is nothing wrong about it, but you have the potential to take the learning what you have now, apply towards whatever you want to do. But now the country is in a very good shape for all of you to start dreaming and start looking at things, what can I do beyond the degree that I'm getting? What do I do with the degree that I'm getting, right? Go deeper and thinking about it. I'm going to give you some examples of students who have done amazing entrepreneurship. They're doing very well. These are all women entrepreneurs, right? I'll give you an example of that. So before that, I want to wake you up, right? Can I ask you a question more? So how many of you can sing? How many of you can sing? Raise a hand. Raise a hand. What? No, don't. Okay. There are 3 in the back. All the back benches are all good singers, huh? Okay. So nobody. You're not. No. Okay. So 3. Right? Around 1,000 people are girls, I guess, right? Out of 1,000, only 3 people raise a hand. So I walk into a first standard classroom. I ask the same question. What will happen? எல்லாரும் கை தூக்குவாங்களா? நீங்களாம் 1ஆம் கிளாஸ் படிச்சிங்களா இல்லையா படிச்சிங்க இல்லையா? அப்புறம் என்னாச்சு நமக்கு? சரி, ஒரு 5 வயசு 6 வயசு இருந்தப்போ எந்திரிச்சு குதிச்சுட்டு கை தூக்கணும் இல்லையா, நான் பாடுறேன் அப்படின்னு. என்னாச்சு நமக்கு? What happened now? Only 3 பேர் அங்கே பின்னாடி கை தூக்குறாங்க. என்னையா? சாரி முன்னாடி மறக்க 4 பேர். ஓகே ரைட். இங்கே ஒன்று 2 பேர் அவங்க அதான் அங்கே தான் ஸ்டேஜில் உட்காந்து. நீங்கள் தான் ஆரம்பிச்சு வச்சிங்களா பாட்டு பாடி? இல்லையா? ஓகே சரி. ஸோ மொத்தம் 6 பேர் இருக்கீங்க. ஓகே. ஸோ வாட் ஹேப்பன்? 1ஆம் கிளாஸ்லேருந்து என்ன ஆச்சு நமக்கு? வாட் ஹேப்பன்? Why there's 5 people raising hands? What is the reason? Just keep shouting. What is the reason? எது நினைக்கிறீங்க? என்ன ரீசன் நினைக்கிறீங்க? No reason. என்னப்பா? Inhibition. Inhibition. அப்படியா? நேரம் பார்க்கல. நிறைய பேர் பக்கத்தில் பேசினாங்க. ஃப்ரெண்ட்கிட்ட கேட்குறாங்க போலல, நான் நல்லா பாடுவேனா, கை தூக்கலாமா அப்படின்னு. இதில் எவ்வளோ பேர் ஹாஸ்டல்? எல்லாருமே ஹாஸ்டலா? கொஞ்சம் பேர் தான் ஹாஸ்டல். ஓகே. ஸோ ஆல் த ஹாஸ்டலில் ஒரு 10 மணிக்கு ஒரு பொண்ணு கத்திக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம் இல்லையா? உங்கள் ஹாஸ்டல் நடக்குதா? நாங்களாம் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் அப்படி. ரைட்டு. ஸோ அதெல்லாம் பண்ணுவீங்க. ஆல் ஆர் குட் பாத்ரூம் சிங்கர்ஸ் இல்லையா? ரைட். ஸோ வை திஸ் இன்ஹிபிஷன்? ஓகே. சைட் ட்ராக்காக. ஓகே. ஸோ ஏன் இந்த இன்ஹிபிஷன்? ஒரு பயம் வந்தது இல்லையா? நான் அந்த கேள்வி கேட்ட உடனே ஒரு 30 செகண்டில் what happened in your head? So why is he asking question, right? Is it a tricky question? நம்மளை கூப்பிட்டு பாட வச்சுருவாங்களா கையை தூக்குனா, ரைட்? இந்த பயம்லாம் வந்தது இல்லையா? ஸோ இதுக்கு பேர் தான் வாய்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஜட்ஜ்மெண்ட் அப்படிமா. 6 வயசாக இருக்கப்போ நமக்கு அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது இல்லையா? ஸோ பாட்டு பாடுறதுன்னா எந்திரிச்சு ட்விங்கிள் ட்விங்கிள்னு ஆரம்பிச்சிருவோம், ரைட்? ஐ டிடன்ட் ஆஸ்க் ஃபார் ஏஆர் ரஹ்மான் ஆடிஷன் ஆர் சூப்பர் சிங்கர். நவ் வாட் 9 ஸ்டார்டிங், இஸ் இட்? So we are not doing those auditions, right? But still there is a fear, there is an inhibition that stopped us. Why? Because 6 year onwards, every yes and every no you got define who you are, right? Every yes and no define who you are. Your hair is nice, you're a good singer, your dress is fine, you're a nice designer. Somebody keep telling you all the time who you are, right? Now you forgot who you are. Somebody has to tell you, right? So this is what happening to us, that there are 5 people raise their hand, very, very quickly, because I'm sure when they're young, they will put in some class, right? Morning 4 o'clock, get up and start shouting, right? And then probably somebody recognized that you are a good singer. So confidently they are raising the hand. I'm sure that all of you can sing, right? But why we did not raise the hand? So what this has to do with entrepreneurship, we will come back in a minute, right? Entrepreneurship means that people, when entrepreneurs see a problem, right, what they call us? When entrepreneurs seeing a problem, what they'll call? It's an opportunity, right? So ordinary citizen will see a problem and they'll think that okay, there's a problem, find a person to blame for the problem, right? This is LDC, this is how it is. Nothing will change in LDC, nothing will happen in Commerce Department, right? This is last 60 years now? 60 years Commerce Department is like this, you cannot change. So when people see a problem, if they complain, find a people to blame, right? This politician problem, corruption, whatever the problem, you blame it on somebody who is an ordinary citizen. Entrepreneurs see a problem, what they call it is an opportunity. So when the whole world is calling something X and you are calling that as a Y, right? Whole world is calling something X. It is not an algebra question, and you are calling that as Y. What the world will call you? What the world will call you? So if all of them are calling X, right? You are calling that as Y. What the world will call you as? They will call you as like a mad person, right? It's crazy, stupid. So that is why the first question is important, right? When entrepreneurs see a problem, when you're going to say, I'm going to solve this problem, a lot of people will come and tell you, they will discourage you, they will laugh at you. So that is why the first question is important. You are like a 6-year-old. Don't listen to that. Stand up and start singing. So that is why the characteristics of an entrepreneur is, one is an ability of a 6-year-old, able to sing a song. That means that you're not bothered about what anyone else will say. So today, everything we need approval from someone, right? So is it okay to do? We are asking questions, permissions and all that stuff. Entrepreneurs see a problem, they'll jump and start solving it. They're not waiting for anyone. And people will discourage them. This is a crazy idea. People will say more people are telling, right? Your idea is bad. If more people are telling your idea is bad, that is a good thing. Why? If more people are telling your idea is bad, that is a good thing. Yeah? Why? So why is a good thing? Yeah? More people are telling your. So yeah, so they have not thought about it, right? It's very, very innovative. Or they are jealous that, wow, I didn't think of that, right? How come this person thought about it? So this is where the first question is important, that when you see that more people calling your ideas bad, you are on the right track. And you behave like a 6-year-old, start working on that problem, no matter what. Whoever says it won't work, you're not going to bother about it going, right? Next, second question, ready? How many can hear the sunrise? How many of you can hear the sunrise? Huh? No? You cannot? Just one or two talk, yeah? Why group talk is happening, huh? Can you hear the sunrise? People raise their hand, no. All the people say no. How many, can you hear the sunrise? No. Wow, yes, there are a lot of yes. How? Can you hear the sunrise? Huh? Yes? No, you don't know people. You're lazy to raise the hand. Okay, then no should be more, no? So there is, who said yes? How many people say yes? Can you hear the sunrise? Yeah, madam. Yeah, how you are? Stand up, no? What's your name? Somebody passed the name here? Huh? Oh, okay, good, awesome. So give her a clap. See this one person raised the hand and she is not scared to stand up, right? So that's why the clap is. Nobody is talking, right? You all are sitting there talking to your friends. Good. Why, yeah? Birds chirping. Yeah, very good. Awesome. Good job. Yeah. So what does that mean? What does that mean is that you are not listening to your eyesight. What? Something wrong? No? There are a lot of birds there. So you're not waiting for your eyesight to tell you the sun is up. There are other senses are telling you what is happening. Are we sensitive enough to listen to all our senses, right? You take another, same your 6-year-old. Take yourself, when you are a 5-year, 6-year-old, a toy is given to a 6-year-old child. What she will do with the toy? She will play, right? Awesome, good. What else? She will take it apart, She will break. Yeah, what else she will do? Yeah, what else? You have not seen the children playing with the toy? Anyone this side? No? She'll try to put it in the mouth, right? The mom will tell you it's not edible. So what she's doing? She's become an engineer, no? So look at all the screws, remove it, yes. So she is exploring the toy, right? Through all her 6 senses. She's trying to understand what the toy is. She's trying to put it in the mouth, and she's trying to break it, throw it, open it, all that stuff. Then, mom is telling it's not edible. So she realizes that I can't eat this. So this is called childlike curiosity, right? So we all had it. I think the data says that after 8th standard, we lose that childlike curiosity more and more. Look at more gray hair means I have 0, right? So this is what about finding problems. Because if you are sensitive enough, the problems around you will start bothering you. Right? As an entrepreneur, you have to find problems, right? Then only you can call that as an opportunity. But if you don't find problems, you will start blaming someone else because we've lost the sensitivity to see the problem itself. And we lost the sensitivity because we are not listening to all the senses. So if we become sensitive, the problems around you will bother us. When it started bothering us, you will start wondering why the problem happening. From that why, you'll start questioning that, how can I solve it, right? And good to see that with the rain, I'm coming here after 3 years now after pandemic, right? It's very fresh, the college looks very nice, but if you just step out of the college, look at the way, right? All just dirty, the city looks very, very dirty. But many of you are living in here for many, many years, right? I also live. But does not bother us, right? Why this is so filthy, our cities? Why city is so dirty, right? People just park vehicles everywhere. There is honking going on. There is a chaos. Does it bother you? Or you'll say it's a problem. Okay, just change the party next time you vote, then blame it on them or politician or corruption, whatever it is, right? So this is what about being sensitive about. When you become sensitive, things around you will start bothering you. When you start bothering, every complaint you make in every day, it's a business opportunity. There is a water problem, there is a power problem, Madurai is very hot, right? Or the roads are bad, one rain, all the roads are bad. All these problems, every complaint you make every day, each complaint is a problem. Each complaint is problem is an opportunity. Each opportunity is a business opportunity for you to start a venture around it. That's how entrepreneur is born, right? Entrepreneur sees a problem and she calls that as an opportunity. What she will do next? Any idea? Find solution, right? She will find a solution, then, yeah, what else? Yes, louder. What's your name? Yeah, what's louder? So you'll try to find a solution. Then what? Put into action. Then you're going to start selling this solution. Not your mom, right? She will buy everything you have, right? If she has money. But you go to find a real customer who has the problem, and you're giving the solution to them, and she would pay money, right? You bought a product and you're very happy. How many people you tell? Yeah. You bought a product, service, right? You're very happy. How many people you tell? Everybody, your friends, 4 or 5 people. But if you're not happy, how many people you tell? Tell the whole world, right? The company is dead, right? Thanks to the social media nowadays, right? So you can just, company is gone. So this is why in business, number one thing is about customer happiness. So this is what entrepreneurship is, right? You have a sensitivity. You are listening to the 6 senses. You understand the problems. And you have a guts like a 6-year-old to call that problem as an opportunity. When people laughed at you, you never bothered because you are a good singer, right? And you start singing and you start working towards, you find a solution. You sell the solution to the person who has a problem. And she is happy and she bought a product and she goes tell and 4 people. That 4 will tell another 4. That's it, your venture is done. It could be anything. Every business in the world will fall into that category, right? Whether you are going to send rackets to the moon, or you're selling idlis, or you're making jewelries, whatever it is, right? Fashion design, whatever it is, it's all fall into this. So that means that you need to understand the customer happiness, right? His customer is happy with my product. So I'll give you a few examples of some entrepreneurs picking up very, very simple problems which we look at every day, but we never bother to look at and how they have done it, right? So India, we have this 3 category of startups, right? In first category, they'll just copy from US, copy from China, copy from Israel, and they try to create startups, right? Look at this company called Zomato, yeah? So there's a delivery startup. They say deliver idli or Swiggy. All these ideas came in US and it was successful. They'll just copy here. E-commerce, right? How many people buy things on online? And raise the hand. How many people buy things online? That's all. Or people are lazy to raise hand, yeah? Too much food. Okay, good. All right. So in 2015, right, Amazon started in US in 2000. It took 15 years for e-commerce to take off in India. Why? What is the reason? Why it took 15 years to take off? Yeah. Yes? Yeah. Lack of knowledge, awesome, very good. Who said yeah? What's your name? Okay, good. Awesome. What's your name? Okay, good. Give her a clap here. First person. People are answering. Get up. Yeah. Good. Thanks. So people warmed up now. Okay, people are answering now. Yeah. All right. Lack of knowledge. What are the reasons? Internet. Who said that? Get up. Okay, give her a clap. Yeah. All right, good. Lack of internet, right? Okay. So you all become business experts, yeah? Right? Awesome. So lack of internet. So how many people have internet access in India? Any idea? How many people have internet access in India? How many of you have internet access? Raise the hand. Everybody, it's a bad question, Okay. All right, it's a very, very bad question. Everybody have internet access in India. So what about in India? This auditorium, all of you have internet access. How many people in India would have internet access? What percentage? Yeah? People saying 100% raise hands. 100% of India have internet access. Raise the hand. No? Okay, 75%. There are 2 people. Oh, okay. So we are not 75 also. You don't believe in India, yeah? We are bad. Below 75. So 50%. 50%. Okay, all right, good. 25% have in India, people have internet access. 20% have India. 25. Any idea? Anybody? 25%, how many? No? Nobody. So that is what India's today's internet penetration is, 25%. So if all the people in the auditorium have internet access, that means you are privileged, right? So 75% of the India do not have. 75% of Indian household do not have internet access. During pandemic, the 75% of Indian household lost 2 years of education. And you are fortunate to have an education during the pandemic. How are you using that, right? You are given an opportunity. It is denied to 75% of India. So what are you doing with it? What's the game, latest game here? Facebook game? No? Facebook is older. No? How the old people use Facebook. It's Insta, is it? So what is the latest game you guys play? You don't play, nobody play game. Very good people, yeah? PUBG and all old, no, it's banned now. No? It's not banned. B5, E5. Whoa, okay. Where is it? Instagram, where do we play this? You have download an app? Okay, awesome, right? So that's what happening, right? People have internet access, making Mark Zuckerberg rich, right? Playing some stupid games, right? And every day, every minute you spend on all these social media, so Mark Zuckerberg, right? The guy who wants all these things, and Larry Page, their wealth is going up by another 0. But so imagine every time you spend playing this game online, look at that. I have the opportunity that only 25% of India has. So what am I doing with an opportunity? So that is important. Good. So e-commerce, it took 15 years to arrive in India. At that time, 85 e-commerce companies started, right? All of them failed. There's only 1 or 2 survived. What is the reason why they did not survive? Yeah? Why they did not survive? Yeah? Anybody? Because what she said, right? 25% of India has internet access. So Gandhi told India lived in village 100 years back. This company invested in this company called SoftBank, right? They spent 10,000 crores to find that out. To see that India is not US, India is not China. So what is India? So we saw that India GDP is around $3 trillion, right? So we always compare ourselves with China, right? What is China GDP is? Anybody? Any idea what China GDP is? How big compared to India? 10 times? Raise the hand. Anybody who said 10 times? 10 times of India? No? 5 times? So India GDP is around $12 trillion. So we are 3, they are 12, 4 times. In 2015, right, Wall Street Journal predicted it's going to take 73 years for India to catch China. 73. Right? The pandemic happened. When they wrote, India was around 2.2 trillion, 2.5 trillion. China was around 6-7 trillion. They went to 12 now. They almost double. India just moved to 3. Right? Bangladesh, right? What is per capita income? All commerce people, yeah? Per capita income? What is amount? Yeah, good. Yeah, what is amount? What is India's per capita income? Yeah, how much people make? 2 lakh? 5 lakh? 5 lakh? Raise the hand. Anybody who says 5 lakhs? India's per capita income around $2,000, 1.5 lakhs. If you make 1 rupee more than 1.5 lakh, you are rich in this country. Is it good or bad? Yeah, if you make 1 rupee more than 1.5 lakhs a year, you are rich in this country. Is it good or bad? Bad, right? We are pathetic. We are a low income country. So why? Because people don't understand what India is. That is why the 85 e-commerce companies shut down. They did not understand who my customer is, what India is, because we lost the sensitivity. You don't need to look at the data, right? You just go outside your, gate, watch in the gate, right? You look at the people who are going in there. I saw there is a Benz car, right? There is some people driving the Alto car, and there is, bicycles going on. I see the decathlon there. So there is people bicycle with all the gears going on, right? And you will have somebody walking, somebody begging. This is India. But we've lost the sensitivity to observe these segments. Because you have internet access, you think everybody in the country has it. The person on the street, right? A person was riding an old 20-year-old rusted Atlas bicycle. Right? He must be coming from a nearby, village to work in somewhere here in the city. So this is what being sensitive about, right? When you start observing, that's the data. But not only you, across the country, many entrepreneurs are not sensitive to understand what India is. They saw that, wow, this company is in China is successful, company in US is successful, we'll do that in India. But India has only 25% internet access, so all of them failed. So this is what you have to be sensitive enough to understand what the country is, right? Our per capita in Bangladesh briefly surpassed us in the per capita income during pandemic, right? China's per capita income is around $8,000, $7,000, $8,000. Ours is $2,000. So 25% of India look like a US population, right? The 300 million is US population. So that means that we have a good set of people who are like US, but US GDP is 20 trillion. So 300 million people make almost 7 times more than us. 300 million, 1.3 billion people, whatever 1.3 billion makes, GDP, US makes 7 times more than that with only 300 million people. So this is what we need to understand. The country has grown quite a lot. 20 years back, our per capita income was $600. Today we are 2,000, we tripled, right, in the 20 years. But we need to accelerate. That is why all of you are needed into the workforce. Don't waste the degree. Just start looking at what can I do with this knowledge that you're getting. Anybody can become an entrepreneur, right? You start thinking like 2 qualifications required. You behave like a 6-year-old, sing a song, and hear the sunrise. That's only 2 qualifications required. Does not matter whether you are in Madurai or Washington or Bangalore or Chennai. Does not matter wherever you are, you can become an entrepreneur, right? That's what the reason we started Native Lead Foundation, right? Today there is a Ashok Kannan. He was from Madurai. He now lives in Tiruchi now. He never went to school, and he is wheelchair bound. One hand works, the head moves. Nothing else moves in his body. He never went to school, right? So one day he came to us and gave an idea. And he's an Ayurveda expert. And he speaks English very, very fluently, and because he is learning on his own, right? And he started selling Ayurveda herbals to this Himalaya Dabar. Sometimes he was feeding these herbals to his chicken in your backyard. And he saw that yolk, the egg yolk, right? What color usually it will be? Yellow, right? His yolk was an orange color. So he was surprised, right? So what is the problem with my egg? And he sent it to Indian Institute of Science. A guy never went to school. He's sending his egg to Indian Institute of Science to look at, tell me what is in my egg. And they compared with the broiler egg and said, your egg is 4 times more nutrients. The orange color is coming because the chemical, what is in the carrot, it is there in your yolk, right? So he looked at the UK standards on free range poultry. That means you don't put the chicken in the cage, you have a free range. So Ayurveda herbals as a feed, London standards on free range poultry. So he married India's knowledge with UK standards. He called his company Happy Hens. Today, his egg is the most expensive and more nutritious egg in the country today, right? 25 rupees 1 egg, right? Your ordinary broiler egg is 5 rupees. So he works with the farmer, so he gives a 1-day chicken, the country chicken, and he gives the herbals to them, the feed to him, to the farmer. He buys the egg at 8 rupees, where the farmer gets 50 paise today for his ordinary egg, broiler egg. So this is what entrepreneurship is, right? just picking up this simple problem and backyard poultry, and look at, the country chicken meat that people just put the egg in the tea decoction, right? And they'll say it's brown egg. But his innovation is in the yolk. You can't change the color of the yolk. So that's the level of innovation. So he's not gone to any school, any college, does not matter, right? The ability to think about, okay, I'm trying something new, and when that something happens, he comes and gives the idea to us. All of us are really surprised that, because the way he come in a wheelchair and talks about all this, he's been featured in Economic Times. 51 entrepreneurs, promising entrepreneurs in India. You know Oyo Rooms? Yeah, that guy is there. Along with that, Ashok Kannan is there. A person never went to school. So it does not matter what degree you are in, which college you are in, whether you are in Madurai and all. So what the ability to think, the level what you are doing, that is what important, right? I'll talk about Sahas, Wilma. So in Bangalore, we produce around 4,000 ton of waste every day. That's what, right? When you see the street today, look at the waste lying around everywhere. So Wilma was a literature student, right? She was working with some company, and she brought some German friends of hers to Meenakshi Amman temple. And she was showing them around, because she studied German, right? And after the session, this travelers have asked her a question: why your city is so filthy? Why garbage everywhere? So that's the start, right? Wilma started his idea from Madurai, and she went back, and she was working with, I think, and after Times of India somewhere, she quit her job. This question started bothering her. This is what sensitivity is all about. You see a waste every day on the door side, you'll see it is not my problem. Right? It is corporation problem. People pull it on, become indifferent. Right? When you see a problem every day, you become numb to the problem because our sensitivity levels are gone. You become numb to the problem, and somebody mentioned to her, that started bothering her. She quit the job and she started analyzing Bangalore waste. So why, what is happening to the waste? There are 4,000 tons are happening. So she started realizing that if you see that in your house, right, you keep the newspaper. That person will come and you will sell it to them. So that's our habit. We keep the good waste, somebody is there to buy. But the waste which has your half-eaten idli in a grocery plastic bag, right, that nobody wants it. Your sanitary napkin, nobody wants it. So that's what thrown out. So when a cow is trying to come to eat the idli in the grocery bag, it dies because it choked in the plastic grocery bag. So she realized that this is a problem for the waste management problem in India. Only people are buying the valuable waste, your newspaper, your PET bottles, your mobile phones, right? You don't see them lying around. But what is lying around in this side of Vaigai? It's all this plastic. So she went and told, IMB is the first customer to her. She told the customer, IMB, that you produce the waste, right? That means that you are supposed to pay me, not the other way around. Today we create waste. We ask people to pay me for my waste, and see that you are the creator of waste. You have to pay me. I won't pay you, but I will manage all your waste. I will take your soiled sanitary napkin. I will take your plastic paper, which has no value, but I'll take your PET bottle as well. But I won't pay you. You have to pay me, right? So when he started having this dialogue, she goes to create zero waste campus. That's the goal I've set to LDC as well last many years. It's not done yet. Right? Go and tell your faculties and who is in charge. You have to make LDC a zero waste campus. So IMB today is a zero waste campus for the last 10 years. Right? 98% of what is produced in IMB, we make around 1 ton of waste every day. All are recycled. She segregates each waste. The Tetra Pak, the juice packet you drink juicer, she called the company. The company makes Tetra Pak. All the juice packets made by one company, right? She called that, I have this much waste in there, teach me how to recycle. Today, this company taught a lot of people, partners about recycling it. She is sending 100 ton of Tetra Pak back to Tetra Pak, because every company in India who is selling you products in a packed form, they are responsible for the waste. If you are drinking a water bottle, the bottle should be managed properly. That is the responsibility of the company that sold you the product. So she went and told the company, I will help you to achieve your extended producer responsibility, EPR. Right? You pay me for the waste I am collecting. Today if you go to Saha's office, the tables are made using a recycled Tetra Pak. There is a school built in Bangalore. The entire roofing system is with the recycled Tetra Pak. So what was going into the waste, today it's recycled. But this is a 400 crore mafia, right? All men involved. But a woman like Bilma, she never gave up. She fought on this problem, and today she manages 100 ton of waste every day, right? And she puts out this circular economy report about how much carbon is diverted, how much work they're doing. So when Swachh Bharat started, people thought, okay, government is going to solve the problem, but Prime Minister gave her an award as a private startup solving waste management problem. Vilma is now invited by UN, and she went to New York telling US how to manage waste. And she's been invited by China as well. So this is what about, she had a gut to go and tell the customer that you pay me, I won't pay you, because you are the culprit, you are creating the problem, and you should pay for me to manage this thing. So this is what many entrepreneurs have not done it. They all easily pick up the simple problem. Give me a paper, give me your pet bottle, I will manage it. So this is what, when you solve the problem, when you solve it holistically, she has created now zero waste campuses. Right? Nothing in that place goes waste. It managed at source. So when we keep, what we keep outside is pretty much nothing. Right? Everything is there. So biogas, right? Have you heard biogas? Where it comes from? From the waste, right? So chemistry, right? In your 12th chemistry, I'm sure you know, right? So you put your waste and you'll have gas comes out. So now Sahas was segregating the wet waste, creating this compost. Then Carbon Master, another entrepreneur. Biogas is a 100-year-old idea, right? 60 years back, gobar gas was introduced in India, right? People had in their backyard, put the gobar gas, you'll have gas, use it for your kitchen. But that idea was flopped because people got greedy in India, right? Okay, it's giving gas, dump everything in there, kill the bacteria. So wondered that why biogas did not work in India. He did his research for 2 years sitting in a poultry farm, and he realized that we have to maintain what is going in and what is coming out, right? So he saw this gas, he purified, the gas has methane, carbon dioxide and all. He purified and he took this methane alone. Now he took the truck from Mahindra, right? Bangalore did not have CNG back then. He got it from Mumbai and put the gas, the truck ran very fine in the gas that he created. Right? Mahindra called him and said, what I do with my truck in Bangalore? He said, come and see. The company was surprised, right? Their truck running in a gas came from a waste. So today, government is talking about bio-CNG, right? Because all the truck that Watsom runs, it's on in its own gas. But why bio-CNG? Today we look at this petrol problem, right? What is the price of petrol in Madurai? Do you know? Petrol diesel price? It's going up, right? 100 rupees plus. What is the reason? Because we have a trade deficit. We import 3 things most from outside. What are 3 things? What are the 3 things we are importing the most from outside? Oil number 1. What is number 2? All oil. Everything is oil. Number 1. What is number 2? Electronics. Awesome. Who said yeah? Electronics. Great. Electronics. Oh, you get up. Okay, good. Okay, give her a clap. Yes, electronics. Right. So that is why this Make in India was started, because that's the highest thing we are importing. What is the third thing we are importing? What? Glass? Gas. Yeah, all oil, top. All from crude oil, no? All comes from the oil. So what is the third thing? Gold. Yeah, who said gold? Awesome. Get up, yeah. Yeah, she understands. What's her name, yeah? Okay, she knows Indian women, yeah? Good, awesome. Look at the jewelry shops. Now it's all going in kgs, right? It's all this dowry thing in weddings. So that's number 3 is the gold thing. That no finance minister could figure out what to do with our women's craziness on gold. That's the third thing we are. But second, we are solving with the Make in India potentially. Number 1, so today with 40 ton of waste Som creates 1 ton of LPG, right? So India makes 1,60,000 ton of waste every day, and half of that is wet waste. Look at how much LPG you can create. That means that much less import from outside. So this is what entrepreneurship, just the waste that you're looking at outside, and how he is able to help with the trade deficit problem. That's why the finance minister talked in the budget, making the bio-CNG investment as a priority lending. So now if you go, anybody go near Namakkal, you can see the Namakkal, this is all the poultry farms, right? Makes 2,300 ton of poultry waste every day. The IOCL has created a huge plant converting all this waste from the chicken droppings into a biogas. So Som from Bangalore has come to Namakkal to help them to sell. If you go to Salem, Namakkal, there are many restaurants using the bio-CNG. So this is what is happening with the waste, right? Wilma goes to IMB, collect the waste. She was making vermicompost before. Now she stopped because she is giving all the wet waste to Som, because now he can create gas as well as organic fertilizer. Right? My another investment, Farmers Press Zone, he takes the organic fertilizer to the farmers and he creates safe to eat vegetables. So this is what circular economy is, right? So somebody could blame why Madurai is filthy, why it's waste everywhere. But look at these three entrepreneurs. They picked this problem, one person solved one part of the problem, it went to Som for other part, went to the third one. So in Bangalore there's one area called Koramangala, right? That area, people saw about Som's innovation, they said, come and set up a plant in my ward. None of the waste from my ward should go out, right? The citizens went to the government, told, I want a plant like this in my ward, so this waste should not go out and pollute some other village, right? Because 3 lakh ton of Bangalore waste is sitting in 2 villages in Bangalore, right? This whole village is gone now. So now the citizen, government and Carbon Master and Sahas developed a system in Koramangala. They received the award from Germany. This is one of the best initiative with the government, with the citizen, with the startup. Right? The MP from that region went to Germany to get an award. So this is what solving a simple problem with an ability to become sensitive. When people are given up biogas, 100-year-old idea, Som did not give up. He started asking why, right? Why did it fail? He started asking the question, technology does not matter. Asking the question is important. There are a lot of technology people can help you. You can go talk to a chemistry department, physics department. But asking the question is important. Right? Wilma is a literature graduate. But today she is the guru in waste management in India. Right? Many people take her advice from her and she supports a lot of startups. As a woman, she is solving this waste management problem in Bangalore. It is a 400 crore mafia. And she is fighting with them and she is winning. Today she almost solved the problem now. Right? So this is what, as an entrepreneur, that people could do. It does not matter where you are from, what you studied, which college, all this does not matter. There is Ashok Kannan, there is Wilma, right? Both are from completely different area, but what they common in them, they ask the right question. They become sensitive and started understanding why that is happening. So I'll give you one more example of what Native Lead Foundation we have invested. It's called Native Special, right? You know Tirunelveli Halwa, right? How much time we have? All right, good. So Tirunelveli Halwa, and people know that. If people who know Tirunelveli Halwa, if somebody give you that Bhima Bushti Halwa, you will know the difference, right? So that is what Native Special idea is about. If you like one particular snack from somewhere, Manalmedu Murukku or Manapare Murukku, Thuthukudi Macaroon, like this, every place you have a snack that is popular for the region, right? So this what Native Special tried. So Bhaskar from Karur, and he was working in an IT company in Chennai, and his brother was in US. So for Diwali he sent him a snack packet, all these snacks, right? And this his brother, Parthiban has given to his friends, everybody loved it. So he started sending more and more snacks. Then Parthiban told Bhaskar that, why don't you quit your job, you send me these boxes, I'll sell it in US. So Bhaskar quit the job and he started going to each place, right? Go get the halwa from Tirunelveli get the murukku from Manalmedu, right? And then macaroon from Thuthukudi. So go identify the places and get the product and get an FSSAI license. They ensure that quality is good and ships them to US, right? With the DHL, 4 days, any part of the world, you will get your Tirunelveli halwa. So this is how they've started doing. They came to Native Lead about this idea, right? People loved it, so he invested. Today, he is doing 1 crore a month revenue. And Parthiban, his brother who was in US, he quit the job, came back to Karur. So Bhaskar and Parthiban came back to Karur now. They employed around 25 people and running this company out of Karur. When Parthiban came from US, he brought one of his friend also quit the job and then started selling all these 50 products odd only they sell now. But each one is authentic. It comes from the place where it is. So many of these things the customer will call and tell. See, say that, we all know Manappadi Murukku, right? We don't know Manalmedu Murukku. That some customer called and said, there is a Manalmedu Murukku I want. Then they went, there is only one person making it. He is 60-year-old, all these children are left. He said, who is going to eat this Murukku and all? But after Native Special sent the Murukku, then his revenue tripled. His son is back working in making Murukku now. So this is what an ability that you can bring in thinking differently. Now people from Andhra, right? The most number of people in US is from Andhra. So people from Andhra is calling Native Special and then make my Puthirakelu from Andhra available. So now they're opening a center in Andhra, creating the similar product and started selling. So like this idea could be anything, right? But the question is about can you identify the problem? Right? People who grew up eating a particular snack, you can't change by giving a different snack, right? And he got a call, Bhaskar got a call from somebody in Afghanistan, some Tamil person. He said, why are you not shipping to Afghanistan? He said, government banned there, I can't help you, but I am Tamil person living in Afghanistan, I want Tirunelveli halwa, we can't send it, right? And we have one lady called midnight, 12 o'clock, and she started crying. He said, after 20 years, I am eating Tirunelveli halwa. Thanks for sending me this, right? So this is the problem that he solved. So the people have left, there is always a connect back to what they grew up with, right? Now those children are introduced to this, right? So the one pack comes every month, to our house. My children today growing up with, Seedai. Kurkati Seedai, right? My daughter knows that now. Otherwise, that is not available. What we enjoyed, but now our children can, right? One of our person, he's an officer, IS officer in Sikkim, and he gets a pack from Native Special, and he's introducing the product to his children. So this is how problems are identified. Problem could be biogas, problem could be selling, but what can you do but think differently? How Ashokan did. So, whenever I come to the EDI program and Commerce Department, 3 things I hear from people in LDs who are interested. Yeah, jewelry, right? That is number 1. The second is about the fashion design. I think that number 2. Then the food products. These are things we have to grow beyond this. Like the lot of innovations can happen, and you can start looking at. That's what if you go to Karyapatti, right, around 25 kilometers from here. In India, 68% of India lives in villages where 2% of doctors are available. So that is what these 2 entrepreneurs, Samir, did. They went to IIT Chennai. They said, I want to solve this problem. You don't need to be a technology person, right? But asking the question is important. They developed a video conferencing 20 years back to work on a 64 kbps line. They did a telemedicine. How to make the doctor easily available everywhere. So today in Madurai Meenakshi Mission, right, it manages 7 centers as far as Rameshwaram, right, 150 kilometers there is telemedicine happening. One doctor is consulting people there. They are even planning to start one center in Sri Lanka. From Sirumalai, right, the Sirumalai banana, there is a tribal bell. From Dindikkal, there is a hospital doing a telemedicine to people in Sirumalai because there is no doctor. So they developed a technology with IIT, it's so easy, a 10th pass lady can run it. In Karyapatti, Viji is 12th pass. And people call her doctor in her village because she operates the entire telemedicine center. connects with the doctor in Madurai, and from there he writes a prescription and get printed out in Karyapati, right? And he can do ECG through the telemedicine as well. So today, like this, he has enabled around 3,000 centers across the country, picking up the simple problem. We just set up few centers in Ramanathapuram district. So as a women entrepreneur, you can start looking beyond, if you want to be a micro entrepreneur, right, just creating jewelry, but you can run few centers of this in your village, right? Viji has not left her village. She got married and she said, that's my husband's house, this is my house, and whole village knows Viji. And she happily lives like a doctor in that village. So this is the possibility, right? When I was talking to Rosie, she was telling around, only 30% goes to the job. Many of them, I know that, seeing our data in the last 8-10 years with LDC, I see that many of you have a problem about not able to leave the place, your home. But there are opportunities as well in your village, in your place, you can find entrepreneurial opportunities. Think beyond what you're doing on today, the jewelries and fashion and stuff. There's nothing wrong about it, but you can be a Vilma as well, right? You can start thinking like this as well, that identifying a bigger problems and start solving, start looking at, send a telemedicine center in your place, right? Make your village a zero waste village. So you can start looking at about the bio-CNG. You can set up a plant, right? In your ward, you can set up a plant and supply bio-CNG to somebody. So like this, these are all people have done it, right? It's not only men can do it, women cannot do all that stuff. There is everything is possible. We have a women entrepreneurship program at IMB. I think all of you should apply. This session is over. Last time we had 16,000 women applied online. This 5-week online course on entrepreneurship. It's free, right? So you can go understand how that is. Amazing ideas comes from people. I'm sure the last year we did an award program in Madurai, Arambam. The winner is from LDC Commerce Department. Do you know anybody? So she developed a biodegradable sanitary napkin, right? So this is what you can do. And after many years, I was glad. Arambam is running around 8th, 9th year now. But first time an LDC student, I was giving an award, right? So that is the potential that all of you have. Whatever it is, just pick up an idea, go deeper. I'm sure there is more sessions, boot camps are happening through EDI with Natively. Get involved, try to understand what this entrepreneurship is, and you could be the next Vilma, right? The ability is about identifying that problem and being sensitive to it. Like this, I have hundreds of examples, right? If you are, if you look at a place in Jharkhand, there's a Naxal infested area. So what they have done is very, very interesting. There is people become in poverty because some of the things that worked earlier, this handloom, right? People who were rich back then weaving, today they are poor. And similarly, there is a lac, there is a bangles made from a lac. Lac is a sap, comes from the tree. And you heat it, you can make bangles and ornaments and all. So back then the tribal make this lac ornaments. People are buying. Today nobody buys all plastic, bangles you buy. So they fell into poverty. So one organization went and then identified from Ranchi, 25 kilometers, there is a research institute of Resin Research Institute. They have a technology, they found a new use for the lac. It's used in chocolate as a natural binding element. It's used in pharma industry, but the tribals did not know. So this entrepreneur saw that why these tribals are in poverty. The only thing they know is the lac. So what is the new use for lac? And she started searching, she found this research institute. They gave the technology, right? So you put the lac is that you tie this insect to the tree and then it eats the tree, the sap comes out, that's all. So now they train the village women and now she checked the commodity exchange in Mumbai, what is the lac price. All the village people collect lac and give it to her and she called the pharma company, come and directly buy from you. So this is what, again an entrepreneurship thing, right? In your place, there is a wisdom there, but that's lost. Even in Tamil Nadu, there is, you go 25 kilometers from here, Karandamalai, right, on Nattam Road. This whole hill was usually with this Gloria superba, there is a Singandal Mala, that is Tamil Nadu's state flower, right? So when I went Kalimuttu, the tribal person from that place, And there are people ask for that seed and they started giving, right, plucking it from the fields. They just give 5 rupees, 10 rupees. So today the whole hill is empty, there are no seeds growing there. So then one organization, CCD, right, Muthu Vellaidam, identified that who is buying the seed, why suddenly there is a demand for the seed. There is an Italian company making a cancer drug out of the seed. 1 kg is 1,300 rupees. Right? So this person taking from 5 rupees from the tribals and selling it at 1,300 bucks. So this is used in Siddha for thousands of years, but we gave up. So somebody identified the use in that, the price went up, right? So this organization now helping the tribals grow this seed and sell directly to that pharma company. Like this, that is what sensitivity is all about. Around us, lot of wisdom, lot of knowledge, like how Ashokan used his Ayurveda knowledge to create an orange yolk, right? How the CCD is taking Grama Muligai, it's an organization name, how they are taking the Sengandar to Italy, right? Like this, lot of opportunities around us, and we need to be sensitive enough, right? We have one entrepreneur from Manipur. He studied in IIM. So he came to IIM, he's the first person from the region come to IIM. He said, I'm done, I'll go to US and settle. But what Roshi was telling in NSR, we are around 1,000 startups. He saw the startups and he changed his mind. I want to do something in agriculture, right? So we told him that go find products that only Manipur knows, that nobody in the country knows. He spent 2 years during his course, identified 23 wild produce, right? Wild apple. During the season, everybody in there, they eat the wild apple. Only 30% they eat, 70% goes waste. So like this, yes, 20 products he identified. He took the wild apple and went into the Indian Council of Agriculture Research, IHR, right? And gave that product and said, what can I do with this? What is in it? So they said it is better than amla in terms of nutrients. They helped him to create a candy out of it, right? Now he went back to his village. He is exporting this wild apple candy to UK now. Right? So this is what about. Otherwise you see that people migrating from northeast, but look at this one entrepreneur went back to identify what is my strength and how can I amplify the strength instead of just leaving that place and coming out. So this is what that we need to do. That is what happening in many of the places as well, that Chennai is overloaded with people, right? Look at how many people living in the slums. Because agriculture, handlooms, all these things, people are leaving their livelihood. They end up in a slum, working in something else. City exploits them. When a person with no skills end up in the city, they exploit them. So every town, wherever you are from, every village you are from, identify what is good in my village. Can I create a venture around it so that people need not migrate from that place? Wherever you are, you can live. Like Ashok Kannan worked with farmers, right? So one person, Madhavan, he worked in Chennai. And he has a farm, 4-acre farm in Tiruchi. And he gave up and is working in Chennai. And he read about Ashok Kannan. He came back to this village now and he is growing 2,000 chicken. And he is making more money than what he was making in Chennai. So this is what the possibility is. Today we have this perception problem, right? There are some jobs are fantastic, some jobs are not. I just came in the airplane today, right? You look at the nice looking young girl as an waitress and she is serving food. But the person serving food in the restaurant is bad. But serving food in the plane is okay. Both are serving food, right? So it is about we don't have a dignity of labor. So we say that only these jobs are awesome, these are not good. Look at today Vilma picking up the waste, stinking thing, and today she is running one of the very successful ventures. She will do 100 crores this year, working on waste. Right? We have toilet in Tiruchi, Gramalaya. He got Padma Shri this year, Damodara. 35 years he is working on Swachh Bharat, right? Only recently government picked up Swachh Bharat. And the earlier government visited Tiruchi to understand how to build toilet, because he built toilet and it converts into fertilizer automatically, because he does not use any technology, just cover it up. So there is no septic tank. So this was doing lakhs and lakhs of toilet like this. Planning Commission visited him, and this year he's been awarded as the Toilet Man of India. He's from Tiruchi. He gave the whole country the Swachh Bharat. So like this, problems are not, some are great, some are good. Every problem is a problem. you need to have an ability to just pick that up and then start working on. Yeah, thank you very much. You have any questions? If you have any question, we can take time. Yeah. Anybody have any questions? Yeah. Yes, yes, give her a clap. What's your name?
Kannathal from Banking and Insurance, sir. Kannathal from Banking and Insurance, final year student. So, actually, what does your company plays the role, sir? A native lead is your company. So, what does it mainly?
It's non-profit organization. Yeah.
So, what does it mainly focus on, or?
Yeah, so we started with the Native Leader started almost 10 years back. Sivaraj had this idea and we all started, co-founded this. The idea is about why this entrepreneurship, right? So when I said problem is an opportunity, right? Every ஒவ்வொரு பிரச்சனையும் ஒரு வாய்ப்பு இல்லையா? இந்த வாய்ப்புகள் வந்து ஏன் நகரத்தில் உள்ளவங்களுக்கு மட்டும் இருக்குது, படித்தவங்களுக்கு மட்டும்தான் கிடைக்கணுமா இல்லையா? இப்போ வியாபார குடும்பத்தில் உள்ளவங்க தான் அடுத்து வியாபாரத்துக்கு போகிறாங்க. மற்ற படித்து வர்றவங்க வந்து வியாபாரம் நம்ம ஒத்து வராதுன்னா ஏன் இந்த வாய்ப்புகள் மட்டும் நகரத்தில் உள்ளவங்களுக்கு படித்தவங்களுக்கு or from the business family alone has, it should be available to everyone. That was the idea of Native Lead, right? யார்னு பார்க்காம, நீங்கள் யார்னு பார்க்காம நீங்கள் யாராக விரும்புகிறீங்கன்னு பார்ப்போம். There is no problem about what, what's your background, whether you studied or not, what's your idea, your father is rich or nothing like that. So we want to promote new age entrepreneurship in across Tamil Nadu. We said no Chennai, we ignored Chennai, we said Madurai and below, all the places. So then Coimbatore people came and said start a chapter in Coimbatore as well. Today the idea of Native Lead with the 4 prong, right? One is about enable, giving this confidence to children, the students, about you can become the entrepreneur. Enable, nurture. So once you have an idea, right, we have done a boot camp here in the campus, Native Lead has done. Means that take the idea to the next level, what are things you need to do. That is called nurturing part, right? And then incubate. There are a lot of incubators available across the country. And I've been telling LDC also to apply for a women incubator here. We need to have more, the EDI need to get more active. And you can apply to have incubator in the campus as well. Incubator nothing but you have a place for you to work on your idea, you'll have support, and the government gives small amount of money as well, right? That's the incubation part. There are many incubators we support. Invest is the main part. Suppose if I if you have an idea, somebody in Madurai, right? I always tell I'm a skilled labor. I ran away from Madurai, right? And the unskilled labor also running away from Madurai end up in slums in Chennai or Bangalore. So that means that migration is happening. People are leaving this place. So if you have an idea, then you have to learn how to talk about the idea in a new age entrepreneurship. Go to Chennai and talk to people about, getting investment or getting mentoring. So this native special idea, when this Bhaskar pitched to the investors in Chennai, they did not understand. But he came and told my Native Lead, everybody loved it. Oh, Manappara Murukku is going to US, people in Tiruchi invested, right? So they understood what does that mean. So that is the beauty of Native Lead, because the last part is the invest. The Jharkhand example I told you, when I was coming from Udyogini, that Buntu is the Naxal infest area that makes lac. 25 kilometers from Buntu is Ranchi. I saw an Audi showroom. So 25 kilometers that people are living in extreme poverty and they become Naxalites. Now some guy is riding a luxury car. That means there is a wealth in every pocket of the country. So that is the 4th element of Native Lead. So that every pocket of India has wealth. How do we plow the wealth back in investing? So we've created investors in every region, Madurai, Tiruchi, Karur, Erode, Salem, and we have a Thoothukudi as well. we have successful entrepreneurs from this region, they will mentor, right? They will nurture. So in natively we said there's no Steve Jobs picture, right? Then a guy from Madurai will think, I need to go to Harvard and drop out to become Steve Jobs. But we celebrate local entrepreneurs, right? This September we had an event here. We honored, entrepreneurs from the region, right? There is, we gave, people know GT Naidu, anybody heard? He is a big innovator in Coimbatore. Back then he created, today the companies have created what, $1 billion, right? He's one of the big innovators. He kept on innovating. So we gave a GT Naidu award to one small startup thinking like GT Naidu, right? We are not picking up the startup which is successful elsewhere. We are picking up people who are successful from here, right? The sachet, right? Your shampoo comes in a 1 rupee sachet packet. That is the innovation from one person, C.K. Ranganathan. Clinic shampoo, chick shampoo back then, right? Sunsilk shampoo. So his idea was that, if I take 1 liter shampoo, I cannot carry that, bottle get broken. But if we make 1 rupee, more people can afford. So that's what we tell. India is a sachet country. Many people cannot afford a 1 liter, 200 rupee shampoo. They can get a 1 rupee shampoo for 1 week. So he created a revolution on sachet. That is, Mira Herbals and all of that. So we gave a, C.K. Ranganathan award for people thinking in a business level innovation. Our idea is that people should connect. TVS is a big investor in our group, right? So when somebody from TVS comes and talks to our entrepreneurs, that from Madurai, somebody created a $5 billion company, 100-year-old company, right? It is possible. So that is what Natively is about, celebrating local entrepreneurs, right? So that you will get connected. Because if you, the example I told you about Ashok Kannan, he is from this region and he is able to make it to the Economic Times list. That is possible. So when we have this connect, people will say that, oh, somebody from Trichy can do that, I also can do. You will get a confidence. But we'll give examples of outside. People won't connect. People think that it is for people in Chennai and Bangalore. Sitting in Madurai, sitting in Trichy, I can't do it. So that's the part on investors. People who are successful, like Anil Semia, Sugma, is a great investor as well as he mentors people, right? Anybody in food industry, Kumar gives time, go talk to. And when we invested in one more company, the TVS president himself spent time with an entrepreneur. So all these 250 investors that we have. The last September we met in the Tamil Sangam, right? Many of them, 150 of them came up. Right? We all discussed about what we do for investment. We have done around 15 plus investments. Native Special, Happy Hands, Carbon Master, all these things are all investment done by people in Madurai, people in Trichy. So when they invest, they become a owner of your company as well, right? So they support you, they work with you to be successful. Like Happy Hands, TVS family had invested, their CFO spent time with the entrepreneur helping him on finance. How to build a cash flow, how to build your whatever you're learning, cost accounting, right? So they help them to learn about finance. So this is what Natively does. To utilize the local successful entrepreneurs, coming back as nurturing plus investing. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, students, for active participation. We now request Lawyer Sivashankaran Rai, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Lady of College, to honor our chief guest, Mr. Nagaraj Prakasam, co-founder, chairman, and interim CEO of Natively. Thank you, sir. That was extremely motivating and highly informative session. Your profound knowledge on entrepreneurship was eye-opening to all of us. Thank you for being with us and gracing this occasion with your valuable presence.
Now, I invite Dr. Nisha, Associate Professor and Coordinator of BCom Computer Application, Department of Commerce, to give away the vote of thanks.
Good evening to all. Today I feel incredibly honored and privileged to extend the vote of thanks for Focus 2022, Symposium on Convergence of Industry and Academia. I thank the Lord Almighty for His blessings to organize such a program. By His blessings and grace, we were able to make this event a grand success. A special thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Nagaraja Prakasam, co-founder, chairman of Native League, for accepting our invitation and being with us today. Your thoughts have truly inspired us. You have given us a lot of statistical data and trends and patterns in sustainable entrepreneurship. I also wish to thank Mr. Kaushal Singh, co-founder, Purnata, Mr. Suresh Murugan, founder and CEO, Swattle Handwriting Analysis, and Mr. J.K. Muthu, Managing Director, Kamalam Group, Chairman, TEDCO and Digital, for their thought-provoking speech. I also thank our principal, Dr. Christiana Singh, and administrators for their guidance and support. I thank our head of the department, Dr. Rosie Godwin, for her constant support and encouragement. I would like to thank the various organizing committee members for their boundless support in making this program a grand success. The synergy of the department will not be complete without the energy and enthusiastic support of our students. I thank all these students for your involvement and cooperation during the entire program. I also want to thank the people who work behind the scene to execute this event, our technical arrangement team, the stage setting and the lighting team for their cooperation. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am. When life is sweet, say thank you and celebrate. When life is bitter, say thank you and grow. However, it is our duty to grow and celebrate the God-given life with gratitude and spread happiness. Thank you all for your active participation. Hereby, Focus 2022, Resilience and Rebuilding, Role of MSMEs in Achieving SDGs, Symposium on Convergence of Industry and Academia ends. Let us all call it a day with National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलति तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जाहे तब शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तब जय गादा जनगण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Let us all remain standing until the guests leave. Let us all remain standing until the guests leave.